Joe Rogan confirms Jon Jones vs. Francis Ngannou. Ever since Francis Ngannou's big win against Ciryl Gane, everyone has been wondering what's next for the big champ. Francis Ngannou seems to be unstoppable. He seems unbeatable. But Joe Rogan disagrees with everyone that believes that. Joe Rogan was speaking with a buddy of his on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and he might have accidentally revealed some news that he wasn't supposed to about Francis Ngannou's next fight. For today's video, we'll be revealing a cut Joe Rogan clip of him revealing Francis Ngannou's next competition. Welcome to Warrior Report. We post daily UFC updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. Before we jump into this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword UFC to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone 13 giveaway. Most people would agree that the Francis Ngannou vs. Ciryl Gane fight was incredible. Francis Ngannou entered the arena with the legendary Kamaru Usman by his side. It's obvious that Francis Ngannou has been working with Kamaru and stepping his game up from not only being an amazing striker, but also becoming a great grappler. Nobody expected Francis Ngannou to perform the way that he did against Ciryl Gane and the win was well deserved. But now that the fight is over, people are wondering, was Ciryl Gane too easy of a challenger for the legendary Francis Ngannou? We must admit, Francis is a great fighter and pay credit where it's due. But of course, the greatest himself, Jon Jones, has something to say about this Francis Ngannou topic, and Joe Rogan seems to be super interested in Jon's input. Although some may think Francis Ngannou is the baddest man alive, some think differently, pointing fingers at the UFC legend Jon Jones. Is a comeback to the UFC possible? Will it happen soon? It's been some time since we've seen Jon Jones step in the octagon, but if we ever will see it again, it will be very soon against the man himself, Francis Ngannou. Francis had plans after his most recent fight against Ciryl Gane. It was supposedly the last fight on his contract with the UFC. It seems like Ngannou had plans to move forward with his fighting career and achieve his childhood dream of professionally stepping foot in the boxing ring. But not with just any opponent. Ngannou was looking to challenge the legend himself, the Gypsy King, world champion Tyson Fury. Many are starting to wonder, what is Francis Ngannou's next move in his fighting career? Well, whatever it is, it's going to be huge. Francis Ngannou has earned his respect in the industry and has no choice but to challenge a legendary fighter in the future. The true question is, will it be in the UFC or in boxing? Francis Ngannou revealed that he originally had goals of being a boxer. He's personally a huge fan of the legendary Mike Tyson and always wanted to be like Mike. Well, now is his chance. He's finally earned it, but things are getting confusing for him. I wonder if it'll come down to whoever offers him the bigger bag. Will it be Tyson Fury or the UFC legend Jon Jones? Ngannou was born and raised in the village of Baidi, Cameroon. He lived in poverty and had little formal education growing up. Ngannou's parents divorced when he was only 6 years old, and he was sent to live with his aunt. At 10 years old, Ngannou started working in a sand quarry in Baidi because of lack of funds. As a youngster, he was approached by several gangs in his village to join them. However, Ngannou refused and instead decided to use his father's negative reputation as a street fighter as motivation to do something positive and pursue boxing. At the age of 22, Ngannou began training in boxing despite the initial reluctance of his family. After training for a year, Ngannou stopped training due to an illness. He did various odd jobs to make ends meet until the age of 26. He decided he'd head to Paris, France to pursue his boxing career. However, upon reaching Europe, he was jailed for 2 months in Spain for illegally crossing the border. After Ngannou finally reached Paris, he had no money, no friends, and no place to live. After living homeless on the streets of Paris, he was introduced by a friend to Fernand Lopez and the MMA Factory. Being a fan of Mike Tyson, Ngannou was originally interested in learning how to box, but Lopez saw his potential in MMA and convinced him to try MMA instead. Lopez gave Ngannou some MMA gear and allowed him to train and sleep at the gym for no cost, starting Ngannou's MMA career. Ngannou is now the heavyweight world champion and has accomplished his life goals. The heavyweight legend is living a dream come true, and it's only going to get better. Ngannou has a huge career decision to make very soon. The legend Jon Jones wants a piece of the action. He wants to prove his legacy. he wants to be known as the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Will Ngannou allow that to happen? Will he allow Jon Jones to keep the respect that he's earned? I'm sure Ngannou would love to keep it peaceful, but with Jon Jones sending shots at him, it seems like he has no choice. I look forward to seeing the next step in Francis Ngannou's career. The decision is left in his hands, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. Thanks for stopping by. We post daily UFC updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword UFC to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone 13 giveaway.